All right, figured I could give you a little rundown real quick to show you what else killing me. Um, the pipe, yeah, that goes down to the uh, water pump is bolted up three different spots back here. Man, they were just the biggest pain having to get bolts, can't really see, work in such a tight area. I finally got it loose, so now I can focus on the water pump anyway. To do all this, I had to get this thing out of the way and this thing unhooked. Oh, and this was another sign that your system was definitely leaking. Everything up high is already drained before I even touched anything. This was already empty. Your heater core was already empty. The only thing that finally had coolant left in it was this pipe. Once I pulled the sensor out, it was the only thing that actually finally dumped fluid out. But yeah, I even had to move all these wires. Like these are for your ignition coils. They actually sit across there. Had to hook them from, or had to unstrap them from all the strap things they're on. Even a hooker from the oxygen sensors down there. Pull all this away, so I had access to all this, and still tons of wires and hoses in the way anyway. So I've been tearing my hands up, but finally got that pipe out of the way. So now that I can move into that water pump. And as for what's insane about this belt tensioner, over that. Yeah, it's a double thing. Has this insane spring here. And about the only thing that's getting enough power is a C-clamp. Just I mean, I've even got to wedge it with a tool and everything. But then there's another one over here that I have to have access to. And as you can see, this blocks it. I just finally found a way to access it from the bottom. So that's why I've got it just sitting here with the tension on. Maybe I'll finally be able to get that on by reaching up from the bottom with a wrench and pulling the belt, because you see now it's kind of hanging off, back over things. I hope anyways. Either that or I'm going to have to find a way to get this sucker out of here. See, these bolts are kind of blocked by this wall for me, so I can be able to flip this clamp around. See, that's the thing, like, you know, most cars, this would have been the hardest thing. But I mean, this took me a little while, but it still went about as expected. Now it's in perfect like it's supposed to be. It's all fixed up. Other things that should be some of the easiest stuff, they make it the hardest. I don't know why. So that's where I'm at. I do finally have the timing cover back on. So yeah, the timing stuff is pretty much done. It's just a matter of these other things now, and then I'm going to have to yank that oil pan down. Thankfully, I haven't seen anything suggesting that's going to be crazy. So at least that part should go standard. But yeah, these two things in between, this belt and that water pump, are nuts.